At the beginning of the story, a Labrador named Lou raised 3 adorable tiger cubs after their mother abandoned them. As the cubs grew older, the zoo staff had to separate them from Lou, who had become their adoptive mother. But 2 years later, something truly unbelievable happened. Something no one could have imagined. Selin, a young man known for his passion for animal and environmental protection, worked at the local zoo in his hometown. He cared for the animals, fed them, and ensured their well-being. Outside of work, Selin had rescued many injured or abandoned animals. One day, on his way to work, he came across a muddy, helpless Labrador puppy abandoned in the street. Unable to ignore the little one, Selin took the pup with him to the zoo, where it could be properly cared for. He named her Lou, and she quickly became everyone's favorite thanks to her sweet and playful nature. Lou began following Selin everywhere, loyally staying by his side. Selin was also a member of several wildlife rescue organizations and would often receive calls asking him to shelter injured or abandoned animals. He never hesitated to help and always did his best to ease their suffering. 3 years after rescuing Lou, Selin received a call from a charity organization. They told him about 3 tiger cubs who had been left without a mother. If no one intervened, the cubs would most likely die. Although Selin wasn't used to handling animals of this size, having mostly rescued birds and small urban animals, he quickly prepared a warm, safe space for the cubs at the zoo. The biggest problem, however, was how to feed them, as they refused to drink milk from bottles. After the vets confirmed that the cubs were healthy and had the potential to grow into strong tigers, Selin had a crazy idea. He brought Lou into the enclosure with the cubs. To everyone's surprise, not only did Lou not fear the cubs, but she calmly approached each one and sniffed them gently. The orphaned cubs, who had lost their mother, immediately snuggled up against her soft, warm fur. Lou, who had recently given birth to her own puppies, allowed the cubs to nurse from her. The hungry little tigers eagerly latched on, drinking her warm, nourishing milk. From that moment on, Lou began caring for them as if they were her own. For the next 3 months, Lou continued nursing and looking after the cubs with maternal affection. Under her care and with her rich milk, the cubs quickly grew stronger and healthier. The zoo's vets were thrilled to see how well they were doing. Even as the cubs grew larger and neared Lou's size, she never stopped caring for them, and the playful trio continued to treat Lou as their one true mother. But eventually, the time came when they had to part ways. The cubs needed to adapt to life with others of their kind, and their growing claws and fangs began posing a danger to their adoptive mother. Selin never planned on reuniting Lou with the tiger cubs again, but fate had other plans. One summer, a powerful typhoon, the strongest in years, hit the city. Selin and the zoo staff scrambled to evacuate the animals to safe shelters. Amid the chaos, Lou got separated from Selin and ran through the storm, terrified and searching for shelter. With no other place to go, she instinctively leapt into the tiger enclosure. Selin saw it happening from a distance and rushed toward the cage, fearing the worst. Inside, 6 massive tigers noticed the drenched and trembling Labrador and began approaching her menacingly. It seemed like Lou was moments away from being torn apart. But just then, 3 younger tigers stepped in and stood between Lou and the older predators. They were the very same cubs Lou had once nursed and raised. Now it was their turn to protect their kind-hearted adoptive mother. Sensing the determination of the young trio, the older tigers backed off and returned to their shelter. Meanwhile, the 3 younger ones stayed beside Lou, shielding her with their powerful bodies from the rain and wind, showing the world they had not forgotten the love and care she gave them when they needed it most. Witnesses were amazed and deeply moved by the unbreakable bond that had formed between 2 completely different species. A bond that hadn't faded at all after 2 years of separation. Did you enjoy the video? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload.